We have an introduction of some new gel stains. I want to show you something I did just before we came live here just a few minutes ago actually. So this has had very little time to dry. Lots of you experienced, maybe men in the household or even yourself. This is, I really don't know that I want to paint my cabinets and lose the beautiful feeling of wood, but yet I'm a little tired of the color that they are. This is a great way that can help you to take out that orange in your oak cabinets. You have a top coat that has ambered. That's what's happening to your beautiful oak that once started out a pretty nice color, and all of a sudden you get this golden looking color that continues to get more orange all the time, and that is the urethane that's in it that's ambering over time. So this is brushing on a quick coat, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This was the black, and they're very close in color, but when you dial it back like that, it's hard to tell which one we're working with here. Do you like that? Is that something that you could see doing to your cabinet? It's going to give you more of a rustic look, but I happen to really think that that's something, there's some of you out there I know needing something to do this with your cabinet. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly and how easy you can do that. It doesn't require a whole lot of prep because remember, this is a solvent-based product. This is going to give you the sealer and the color all in one. Just like our paint products, this is also an all-in-one product. It doesn't require a top coat. It's already in this stain. And we'll do the same thing I did here. This is the espresso, and espresso is just kind of like you think. It's about almost a black, but it's got a little warmth to it underneath. And here's how you do it. I would like for you to clean your cabinets. You never know what grease and oils are there, but being that it's a solvent, you're a little safer because solvents have their own way of etching into the wood, but it's always good to wipe your cabinets down. Now, I'm using a cheap chip brush, so I don't have to go in here and clean this, so I can just toss it away. This one's about seen its better day, and that's just exactly why I keep them around, because I'm going to do something and then dispose it. Now, you may not have one. You can use any type of a brush. Just don't use a good high-quality brush here. It's not needed. Going right around the edges of this door. If you have questions, ask them. If you're new to our page, comment right here. We would love to share with you a sample of all-in-one paint. Although we're showing you stains, we have an awesome paint product that doesn't require sanding or top coat as well. Gives you a beautiful low luster sheen and is extremely durable for kitchen cabinets, furniture, and anything you're wanting to paint, including your outdoor projects. And this product is exactly the same, except it's a stain. The only thing different here is it does have some smell, and it is not soap and water cleanup for this stain. Now, that's very rare in our line. Everything in our line has the ability to be washed out of your brushes and your tools using soap and water cleanup. But this is different, and the reason we like these products are because urethane-based products like this last extremely well, and they're just very durable, and nothing beats that in this world. So stains, they have that beautiful ability to be semi-transparent, also to have that beautiful gloss that they have. This is going to give you that gorgeous glow again, not a gloss, but a pretty glow, and they're just going to be really resilient and last well on your furniture or on your cabinets. Now I'm going to just use a little cloth pad here and dial this back. So as ugly as that looks, here comes the magic just to remove it, and just to remove it to your liking. You're just going to softly pull this back just to get rid of that golden look, and you're going to leave behind whatever it is that you want this cabinet to have. Now that's up to you and how much you remove. Again, just whatever suits you. If you like this look, I'm going to leave a little more down into the little area here, that little reservoir area, just to highlight it. But if you take off too much, the great thing is you can just go right back and put on a little bit more with your dry brush. I'll show you how to do that too, just to get it up there. So as quickly as you can do this, these are going to dry extremely fast, and you're going to have gotten rid of that golden oak, and you're just going to have a nice hint of it behind, and still be able to see the wood grain. Now, no, this is not for everybody. You can also apply this over painted surfaces. I'm going to be showing you how to do that and how to create a faux wood back on top of something maybe that's already been painted. You wish you hadn't have painted, you don't want to strip it. I'm going to show you how to get that look, and also how to kind of create a faux wood look on top of a piece of white painted furniture in just a moment. So there's that piece, and let me see if I can flip it over so you can see the back. That's kind of the piece that didn't yellow. And there you go, something you could create with your golden oak cabinets. And what you do is, if you've gotten off too much, you can just take your brush and lightly go back, even out the look, and brush out where you think you'd like to have a little more, something showing in there, the grain to pick up a little bit more, brush it out more evenly than your rag could take it off. Just lightly get in there and finesse the stain around and make it look like you want it to look. That's as easy as it gets right there. Go around the sides. You can even touch the hinges. If you've got golden hinges and you want to tone those down a little bit, you can just take this and go right over the hinge and soften that too. Right, if you've got an exposed hinge, easy to tone them down using this gel stain product. I'll show you these side by side. I don't think you're going to be able to tell the difference on camera. So this was the was this the black?
That's the black.
Black is here. Espresso is here. Very little difference.
Espresso is much warmer.
You think so? Well, good. You can see the difference. I don't think y'all can here. This is black. This is espresso. So same doors. Very hard to tell the difference. But all right. So here is graphite. Now this is a deep gray. So I'm going to do the same thing here and see if I can tone down again the orange oak feeling and without wanting to paint your cabinets.
Can we layer multiple colors together or mix colors together?
Just like the antiquing gels, you can layer them. Yes, you can. But now these are not the same colors as the antiquing gel. Antiquing gel, as you know, is a very similar idea to this. Although it is waterborne, it doesn't do this. It doesn't have this much slip to it, if I could make that comment and not confuse you. This is a very slick product, meaning goes on kind of slippery. The antiquing gels are waterborne. They dry much quicker. And these are going to be able to be used again on your garage doors and what have you. I'm going to give you a different look. So that's the main thing. They look different on, and you can totally tell the difference side by side of the gel stain versus the antiquing gel. So you're going to get this, again, I'll show you the sheen as it begins to dry. It's not heavily shiny, but it's a little shinier than our paint. So if that makes sense. Just brush a little, just faux it on there just a little bit. So here is the black here in my right hand, and then here's the gray. Now these are deep colors, just so you know, and they're subtle. They're not taking over. You're still going to be able to see that wood, but deep down in there you can see there's a gray hue to that. This is also the sheen. This is beginning to dry, and I'm gonna try to hold that up closer so you can see actually what it's gonna look like dry. You're not gonna get a gloss, you're gonna get a nice glow to it. I'm gonna turn it where, see that glow that it left? Such a pretty sheen that this has. What I'm trying to do is give you an idea of how you take something that's already painted and make it look like maybe a wood top. So I did a couple things here. Rubbed it back on the corner. This, where I rubbed it back, I'm gonna continue and do that around here just so you can see. Let me come back and do that one in a minute. So I'm gonna brush this on. It's gonna look a little ragged for a minute. Show you kind of the process I did here. Because this is pretty high contrast between the two. You've got
the original paint color was Manor House.
Yes, so you got a really light base. You could even put on a color close to, say, wood on the back, which would be something like cappuccino, or something that would be, what else? Stonehenge, and some of those colors would look great as the base coat, if you follow what I'm saying. You're going to see through this. So it's going to soften and tone the color, but you'll still see that bottom color coming through. And so brushing on with this little chip brush is giving us kind of those striations in the paint and the stain. Just kind of keep those lines on there. Then I'm going to go around the edge. I'm just going to go around here and antique this edge so it'll blend in nice with this top. Just take that off and the true applicator. I'm going to go in here and just kind of swipe this and soften it out. Just kind of soften out some of those little lines that we just created in there with a brush. Make it look more like wood grain. You could also run a wood graining tool here if you wanted to through this. Just take off as much as you want.
I think it's going to be fun.
Well, you can't mess it up. Truth be known, you just can't mess it up. Just keep working it until you get it where you like it. That's the best thing to do. You just can't mess it up. One thing I can tell you that'll mess it up is getting your lines not straight. If you get those running crooked, it won't look like a board. Just take shorter stripes, kind of like the wall behind us. Making those lines straight is what makes it look believable. I'm not sure they're all straight, but they're pretty good.
They're pretty close.
Pretty close. The gray's quite pretty. What do you think? Yay or nay? Anyway, gives you some ideas, some things you can do to painted tops, some things you can do to furniture pieces that maybe you weren't wanting to go through the stripping off process to create a faux wood top. You just got another door and you want to richen that color. Same principle applies here. Just like we did the others. Did the same exact way.
I'm curious to see which one's going to be a better seller here, walnut or espresso.
Well, this is definitely brown. Espresso is not really like brown.
It's dark
black.
brown. Yeah.
It's exactly like espresso coffee. You get it, it's black in the thing. It's not. Same thing. This was golden oak. This was this same golden color.
I really like the walnut over it.
So there you go. You're going to get this dark look and that over oak if you want to do that. Hey, hold the gray one up, Mel, so they can get a vision of them all. Pull this one back so you can see all three of them.
She's trying to get me to get something on me. I was
No.
clean for a minute.
So this one is the espresso.
Ebony?
I think this one is ebony. I can't remember now. This one is walnut in the center, and then this one is the graphite here.
And this one is the espresso, and it has a little bit of the charcoal on it.
So there they are. In reality, pretty cute.
Yeah.
Pretty cute. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Good night. Get a free sample and try it for yourself at allinonepaint.com.